he came in after BP, and he's still not right. You know, I thought that we would have him today, and he does not have the flexibility to finish his pitches, so I didn't have him.
And you went to Claiborne there, but Robertson was warming. Were you considering using him in the eighth inning?
I was going to use a four out save with Robertson tonight. If Thornton got due to out, Robbie was coming in.
Bullpen as a whole has been pretty good this year.
Yeah.
How surprising is it to see them struggle the way they did tonight?
Yeah, we really struggled today. We didn't make pitches. I think they scored 8 runs in those 4 innings. You know, not all of it was the bullpen, but yeah, you know, it's just we didn't have some guys that we usually use in those times, and we asked some other guys to do something, and they weren't able to get it done today.
With Kelly, will there be any more tests or anything, or?
There's no more tests planned. He had a test earlier, and it came back negative. So it's just he's got to get to where he can do what he needs to do to pitch.
And anything wrong with Beltran using John Ryan Murphy?
Yeah, Beltran hyperextended his elbow. He's getting an MRI. His right elbow.
Dan?
Was that on a particular swing?
He did it in between at bats, working in the cage.
Joe, it seems like the hits just keep on coming as far as the injuries are concerned. How do you guys bounce back? How do you get through this?
Well, you just got to find a way. Some people have to step up. You know, Texas did a good job, but obviously you could see that he wasn't running at full speed tonight. You know, we'll wait to see what we got on Beltran, and you know, we'll go from there.
Joe, you came on the field after the last out. Were you thinking about a review?
Just making sure. Yeah, just making sure. And he was out, you know. I thought he was out, but you never know.
Mark?
Joe, how concerned did Beltran seem? I mean, how much pain was it? How concerned are you about it?
Well, I'm concerned because it was enough to take himself out of the game. I didn't have a long conversation with him about, you know, how sore he was. He seemed pretty upset. And when someone came and told me, I don't know who it was, and I walked by and it was his right elbow. So, yeah, there's concern.
Right behind you, Joe. Where?
Joe, Sean yesterday said he was ready to go and
Yeah.
he could have pitched yesterday. Is this a setback? What?
You know, I don't know what you'd call it. I mean, it's one thing to say that you're ready to go in a sense and you haven't really warmed up. You know, you're in the clubhouse and you feel pretty good and you just got treatment and you're nice and warm. And it's another thing once you warm up. You know, he warmed up yesterday and felt like he couldn't finish his pitches, and he had that same feeling today. So, you know, he declared himself ready before the game, before he actually went out there.
Mark?
Joe, it looked like the sheriff thought about going to second on that play. Do you think normal leg, no problems, he's on second and you don't have a double play situation there?
I do, yeah.
Did he come out of that okay? Just rounding first base?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we'll know more tomorrow when I see him tomorrow. Let him rest and get some treatment and see how he feels.
As big as that hit was, how I guess, anxious are you watching him run the bases in that scenario?
You're worried. I mean, obviously you're worried.
Joe?
It was the tying run, and you decided to run Ryan instead of Ichiro. Was there a reason?
Ichiro's hurt too. Knee and back from the diving catch that he tried to make yesterday. For each not to hit on the field, I don't know that I've ever seen that.
Andrew?
What's his prognosis?
Just day to day. He just kind of jammed his knee a little bit, and his back was sore today, and just felt like he couldn't swing or do anything. So we had to give him the day off completely.
Just to be clear on CeCe from before the game, were there any more tests today or anything
No.
else
He
going
saw
on?
our doctor. They looked at the MRI, and as I said, you know, they're trying to get the swelling out and get it to calm down.
And he said he's going to Dr. Andrews.
He's going to go see Dr. Andrews for a second opinion, which players are allowed to do. But as of right now, there are no further tests. I'm sure he'll take his MRI with him.
Meredith.
Joe, it seems like you have a lot of guys that are day-to-day bullpen.
Yeah.
As far as position players, I mean, can you go on like this, or do you have to make some moves to get some more options up?
It's something, we'll wait to see what Carlos is. Something that we'll talk about. I should get, Batanzas probably back tomorrow. Hopefully you get Kelly back tomorrow, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Andrew.
Did Sevis throw enough pitches that he's out for Thursday? And who's it?
Not necessarily, but we'll just have to see what we have to use. I don't think he threw, but what, 25 maybe?
Tyler.
Joe, I know there's really not much you can do about it, but when you get hit with all this rash of injuries, do you flash back to last year and what a nightmare that was for you guys with all of the injuries?
I can't say that I have. Someone brought it up to me. It seems like this year it's our pitchers instead of our position players, but they seem to catch up pretty quick in one day. I really haven't, but now that you mention it, I mean, it's similar to where we're losing pitchers for substantial periods of time, where we lost a lot of position players for a substantial period. The position players have been more day-to-day, in a sense.